If you're a freelancer or business owner who's ever been burnt out by taxes, I'm gonna tell you how to fix that.
Do your thing.
I've spent most of my career having a very sketchy system for keeping track of things. It slowly evolved from me just trying to pull Amazon receipts at the end of the year, turned into me having separate business checking and personal checking accounts and doing QuickBooks online. But of course, the minute you get busy with work, that's the first thing to stop. And then I would find myself in this cycle of November, I would start panicking about taxes because I never paid estimates because I never knew what I owed. Then I would get into January, start saving up money, start trying to go back through the last year and figure out what my expenses and mileage were. And then I would wait in total anxiety after I sent all this information into a CPA to find out what the big bill was. And oftentimes those big bills were tens of thousands of dollars that I was having to send in all at once. And it was okay, I got used to it, but it was so much stress and I just hated it. And that is until I decided to change it, which is where I found Core Group. Core Group is a bookkeeping and accounting company that I use. And they're not paying me to say this, I just have to say that they have totally changed the amount of mental stress that I put into the bookkeeping and accounting side of my business. One of the biggest things that Core has helped me with is going from a sole proprietor DBA situation to moving over to an S Corp or an LLC, making an S Corp election. And I'd heard people talk about that sort of thing before, and it was honestly overwhelming to me. I didn't know where to start. When Jeremy came in and started going through all my stuff, looked at the numbers and said, you definitely should file an LLC, there's what we think you should be doing. He walked me through every step of the process so that now I'm on payroll, and that small change has already saved me more money on taxes than it costs to have them do this work for me. Even if you're not doing that, I think it's worth just taking that work off your plate so you can focus on other things, but there's potentially massive tax savings that you could be missing out on because you either don't know how to do it, or if you're like me, you know that it's something you could do, but it's just overwhelming where to start. They help you out every step of the way. I pay them a monthly fee, and that allows them to take track of all of my stuff. They label everything. They ask questions if we need to know anything about what an expense was for. They help me answer any questions I have, because I found myself a lot of times going like, can I write this off? Is this an expense? Are there things I'm missing here? And I have Jeremy who answers all my questions that I have about anything like that, whether I should buy a piece of equipment or lease a piece of equipment, whether it's better for us to be renting. There are all sorts of business, financial, and tax questions that they're able to help me with. So before Core, I was just finding myself in a mess of paperwork, never able to keep track of my expenses, didn't really know how profitable I was, didn't know what I was gonna owe on taxes, and now I get reports at the end of each month that say, here are what your income was, here's what you're spending, here's what you're spending it on, and sort of some adjustments you may wanna make in there. And then I also know what I need to pay quarterly estimated taxes so that I don't get a big bill at the end of the year. I'm getting help deciding what I'm spending money on, and overall, it's made a really big difference. It ends up costing a little bit of money at the end of the year, but in my opinion, it's the first thing you should outsource because it's something that most of us aren't any good at to begin with. It's really cheap in the grand scheme of things to get it done, and it takes so much stuff off your plate mentally that allows you to be fully present in the important part of your business, whether that's generating new business, being creative, working on things. Doing paperwork and taxes is not something you should be doing. So I would highly recommend that you click the link below, talk to the guys at Core Group, and see if they can't help you out. If you have any questions, let me know. Me or Jeremy from Core will do our best to answer them, but really, I recommend that you talk to them. They're the experts, and that's why I let them do this stuff. If this video is helpful to you, consider giving it a thumbs up or subscribing to this channel. I'm a full-time filmmaker and just trying to help other people avoid some of the pitfalls that I've had as I've grown my business. Thanks for watching.